Why is end passant notation unique in chess rules? Imagine a move that feels like a special secret in chess, one that only some players really understand. That move is called end passant, and its notation has a twist that makes it stand out. When you see a chess move notation, it usually shows the piece and where it moves, like a bishop to c4 or a knight to f3. But end passant is different. It involves a pawn capturing another pawn in a way that's not quite like other captures. Here's what makes it unique. When a pawn moves 2 squares forward from its starting position, it can land beside an opponent's pawn. If that happens, the opponent's pawn has the chance to capture it, as if it had only moved 1 square. This capture happens immediately after the opponent's pawn makes the 2-square move. The tricky part is that the pawn being captured isn't on the square where the capture occurs. Instead, it's on the square it would have been if it had moved just 1 square forward. In notation, most captures are written with an X to show the piece taking another piece. For example, if a pawn on e5 captures a piece on d6, it's written as e takes d, but for end passant, the notation focuses on the move's destination square, not the square of the pawn being captured. Sometimes, you might see e5 captures d6 end passant, or simply note the move as e5 d6 with a special mark or abbreviation. Some players add ep after the move to show it's an end passant capture, but that's not always necessary. The reason for this special notation is because end passant doesn't follow the usual rules of capturing. Instead of moving onto the square occupied by the opponent's piece, the capturing pawn moves diagonally to the square behind the pawn it's capturing. It's the only move in chess where the capturing piece moves to a square that was not occupied by the captured pawn. This makes the notation different from other captures, which always land on the square where the opponent's piece was. Understanding this helps players see the strategy behind end passant. It's a move that prevents pawns from bypassing each other safely. Knowing how to write and recognize end passant in notation is key to reading and recording games accurately. It's a move that adds a layer of depth to the game, and its notation reflects that uniqueness. So, next time you see a move with a special mark, or just a simple notation focusing on the destination square, remember it might be an end passant capture, the move that keeps the game fair and balanced.